Are you constantly being called a spendthrift? Or are you looking at how you can start to build out a savings for some project that you're planning for in the future? Or do you simply just want to figure out how you can better manage your money so you can accumulate some for your future self? Whatever it is that you're looking to do with regards to savings, here we're going to look at 5 characteristics of or habits of great savers. And so pull up a chair and let's sit down and have a conversation about how you can realize your ambition of savings. Welcome back to Ira Living. Today, we're going to be looking at 5 habits of great savers. Many people aspire to saving, but as soon as they've put some money away, they find themselves using it again. Many people find that they have the best laid aside plan to start on saving, and they set themselves brilliant targets that are absolutely smart, but at the end of their time-bound period, they found that they haven't even kick-started and they haven't gotten themselves anywhere off the ground. And so we're going to have a look at some of the ways in which you can become a more efficient and effective saver and transform yourself into being a great saver. Now, savings does require a lot of discipline because you're having to make changes to the way in which you spend in order that you can save that excess spend amount each saving point. So the first thing you want to do with your saving to help you with developing that discipline muscle is to start by automating your savings. So if you've decided that you're going to save now, maybe set yourself a 1-year period, because most savings account that you're going to want to save into and cash out with a good interest will have a 1-year lifespan. So set yourself up a savings account and make sure it's online. And then what you want to be able to do is to automate it. So automate the payment that you are able to make each month into that account. Now, for some people, they will have the sense of discipline enough in themselves to know that they're doing so on the same bank as their current account is, and everything is on one platform. They'll see the amount growing and they will not touch it or make any attempts to withdraw any from it. There are others who aren't as trusting in themselves and their ability to do so, especially given the past attempts of them trying to save and then recognizing that they withdraw that money just as quickly as they start to stockpile it. So you might want to set up this online savings with a different bank than the one in which you have your online current account. Then what you do is you do the same step. You automate the money so that it goes from that account, from your current account each month into the savings account, which is with a different bank. This means that you don't have the need to as regularly go online to see how much money is in there. And when you do go online, your current account that you're checking and managing your monthly spend, you will not see that savings. You will, as it's accumulating, you will just see that it has left your account. Now, number 2, seek out assistance. These assistance may be grants, offers, deals, and financial advice. It's perfectly okay to have money that you get honestly. So put your pride aside and make sure that you are doing good justice to yourself with how you're spending your money and how you're accumulating money. Now, if grants are available and you're eligible for them, then there's no reason you shouldn't try to access those grants. If deals are possible and you are able to make those deals and gain your savings from it, then there is no reason you shouldn't do so. If one company offers a better offer in comparison to the next, there's no need to be loyal to these corporations. Take the step and take the better offer. And when you're going to make big commitments, get financial advice. So for example, you might be going in to make a mortgage deal if you own your house. Then what you will need to do is to ensure that now that the rate is to be renewed, for example, you are going ahead and getting the best advice that's available so that you can get the best deal possible. Because some of these mortgages give cashbacks. Some of them pay the fees if you're going to do a remortgage and shift your mortgage from one provider to another. And some of them cover all that cost for you. And some of them might even give you a significantly reduced interest rate over an extended period of time just because you've shifted your mortgage to them. But your provider that you're already with may also offer great incentives that you are unaware of and that they didn't send out on the letter they sent you. You need to be mindful to get these advice that are going to help to catapult you into a position of spending less and having more to put aside in that savings account that you've already created. Many of us have points in our life when we get windfall. Those windfall that you get are an investment opportunity. So when you get those money, how would you have survived if you didn't get them? Perfectly fine, of course. So now that you have, there's no point to overindulge and overtreat yourself. Instead, think about how you can invest that money. It might be that you put it in the savings account that you've just generated. It might also be that you explore other ways in which you can invest it because of the amount of money that you have and the ambitions and aspirations that you are already thinking of and want to be able to finance. So have a think about how you can invest any windfall that you get, whether this is tax rebate or wins of whatever form or shape, or even if it's inheritance, or just gifts that people give you for whatever reason throughout the year, whether it's birthday gifts or just acts of generosity. And it could also be bonuses that you get. It could also be income streams that you are getting in addition to your standard income. The fact that you're having this extra money means that you can put it aside. It can also be increase in your income from what you were earning last year to what you're earning this year. Your costs haven't changed significantly from last year to this, and so this extra money is money that you could now start to put aside until such point as when your cost of living has changed to the point where you actually need to start to incorporate that increase into your monthly spend. The fourth thing that great savers do is that they plan for large expenses. So in your year, you know the different expenses that you're going to need to face. And some of them are larger than others, and some are one-off payments. What you need to do is to make sure that you plan for these. So for example, we do an MOT once a year. Plan for that cost. It's a larger than normal expense, so plan for it. Or it might be that you decide that you pay your insurance as a one-off. Then if that's the case, plan for it. It might be that you make sure that you cover your tax disc for the whole year. If that's the case, plan for it. So all of these expenses and others that you can think of that you have that you pay annually, whatever they are, plan for them in advance so that you're saving towards that pay point when it comes. So that when it comes, it doesn't hit you by surprise and then cause you to go into a financial landslide as a result of not expecting or planning well enough for that expenditure. Number 5 is mindful spending. Be mindful of the money that you're spending. Avoid impulse purchasing and prioritize your spend when you're going to need to make the decision to see which is most important for you to pay at a given time. This might be that you prioritize it based on what it is that you're paying for, when it is that it needs to be paid, or the amount that you need to pay. But whatever it is that you're going to use as your benchmark to prioritize, ensure that you prioritize your spend and look at strategies that you can implement to ensure that your spending is as mindful as you can possibly get it to be. Now, hopefully with all of these things that we've looked at, you've already examined some of the things that you can implement in your life that will make the change to getting you to become the great saver that you're aspiring to be. Remember, financial literacy is revolutionary. It has transformed my life, and I believe it can do the same for yours.